Hmm. There we go. So yeah, porch cat took off. He finished. He finished half my bottle of water, and as I went to refill it, it's like, I don't like the spotlight. I don't like the lights. I don't like the noise. He likes. So I think I explained it once. I'll explain it again. Indoor cats are very different than outdoor cats. Outdoor cats, they don't care for strings. So, like, let's say you find a string. Uh, I got one. Oh, yeah, I got one. So you go like this with an indoor cat, and the indoor cat's like, oh, oh. Outdoor cat, no, not so much, not at all. And they like peacefulness, silence, until they're ready to get up and go get ready to kill. Jumping up and down, going kill, kill, kill. So, yeah, he's like, no, I don't think he's going to make any more appearances on here. So if you saw a porch cat, Samson, probably the last time you'll see him. It's like, no, if you're going to go do this thing, um, I don't want to be a part of it. It's like, I want to take off. It's like, all right, but he still wants to come inside. So if he's inside, I'm not going to be live or in person and whatnot. And but he loves the sentiment. Well, I talk to him. I'm like, okay, we're talking about stories and like soundboarding and what are storyboarding? Is that, I guess, storyboarding? It's like, okay, well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. And he loves it while I'm talking about it. I'm like, no, I'm like, and we're like, and we talk to the chickens, and they're like, bark, 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 bark. I want to be part of the story, Daddy. Bark, 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 bark. But he doesn't like the lights. There's a noise in the lights, and there's a frequency in when I'm recording. I'm not just recording, but I'm live. So it's like around the world and stuff like that. And he picks up on it. He tells me, he's like, it's like Superman's ears, right? Superman, he's got these ears, and he's like, and he can hear Lois Lane under a pile of rubble. He's like, I gotta go save Lois Lane. He's got that kind of attunement. Is that the right word? Attunement. He's attuned. I'm not sure. In any case, so on the other front, so the environment. He loves my environment because it it may look like I always do the same thing, but I clean this stuff often. Take the sheets and clean the stuff and clean that stuff. You know, and I'll sit out when he's outside. Forget about it. Hmm. Yeah, no, but yeah, he's like, yes, keep this thing clean. I mean, he's a messy eater, right? So I'll put stuff out there and he'll grab stuff, swipe stuff around. And it was funny. I gave him a little bone with a bone marrow from the ham that I cooked today, or earlier yesterday. And I gave it to him, and he's he took it, and he didn't just take it; he left with it. I mean, like gone cat. It's like, I wonder if I'll ever find that again, and if I do, I wonder what it will be. Well, sure enough, while we went out to go put up our lights for Christmas, it was sitting there right there. Uh, he's like, "Thank you." I cleaned it. It was so clean. It's the cleanest bone I've ever seen. I don't know if anybody's ever seen clean bone before, cleaned by an animal. No chips, nothing, no no tissue, nothing. Completely clean and left right there for me. He's like, "Thank you. I enjoyed that." So uh, it's one of these late night things I'm doing now, I guess. And I'm got a tune rattling around in my head once again. It's like I can't. I try to get rest. I really am. I drink my water. I cleaned it after I did take it upstairs. I cleaned it, but he's clean himself. He's very clean. I'm not really worried because he lets me check him all the time when we're outside, and I'll find things every now and then. You know, he'll get into a bramble, and I'll have these like little things, and I'm like, okay, and I think about it beforehand, like, okay, I'm gonna pet you, and as I try to go to pet him as an indoor cat, I think to myself, you are not an indoor cat, and here's the cat, and I go like this, and I stop myself, I pull back, and I give him a fist bump. I'm like, are you doing right? And every now and then he comes back and he's got some kind of burrs. And so he's gotten used to me pulling burrs off his hair. But our relationship is getting stronger. And it was rocky at first. I still have scars. And he knows that he can kill me at any time. But uh, he was scrawny, all kinds of mean, nasty things that had happened to him through his whole life. Abandoned, neglected, rejected, no longer selected for the top of the line. And so we related to each other. But since we met each other, we're getting stronger every day. And so as I'm sitting out there with him, I'm like, stronger every day. Do, do, do. We're getting stronger every day. I'm sitting there. There's a rocking chair. And I'm saying, hey, we're getting stronger every day. And he's like, yeah, we are. Now, check my ear. Check my ear. And because it's hard to see the black cat. I mean, he literally blends in every environment he's in. He knows that he can become invisible. He's like, I'm invisible. And he's so silent, he doesn't move, becomes invisible. But I see him. And so I'm sitting there with him, and this tune comes in, and I'm saying, we're getting stronger every day. I'm like, where have I heard that from? And I've never done Chicago. I'm not a fan of Chicago. I but I've heard it on the radio, and I think there was an Adam Sandler movie that talked about Chicago, and they play the music backwards and all that stuff. I never really got into it, but it's still I guess iconic or something like that. A song that sticks in your head, and so I did look it up. So Chicago, feeling stronger every day. So before I get choked up and start reading this aloud, I'll take a sip of water. The actual tune, the way it actually goes, I don't really have a recollection, but it was like I think there was like a lot of maybe piano or something like that, and this is I do believe in you, and I know you believe in me. Oh yeah, oh yeah, and now we realize love's not all that it's supposed to be. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Knowing that you would have wanted it this way. I do believe I'm feeling stronger every day. Knowing that you would have wanted it this way. I do believe I'm feeling stronger every day. No, yeah. I know we really tried. Together we had love inside. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So now the time has come for both of us to live on the run. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All that instrumental stuff. I can hear it. After what you've meant to me. Oh, baby, now I can't make it easily. Yeah. The best thing to happen to you. The best thing to happen to me. Yeah. And all that jazzmatazz, feeling stronger every day. Feeling stronger every day. I think that's the whole rest of the chorus. But yeah. So, the chicken and the egg. I'm getting stronger. He's getting stronger. We're getting stronger. We're helping each other. That's the way karma is. Karma, man. Come on. Get on board. I'll make you stronger. You make me stronger. You put in the work. I'll put in the work. You know, that sort of thing. If you are going to try as hard as I try, I'm going to keep trying as hard as you're going to try. And we're just going to keep trying, and we're going to get stronger every day. All these sleepless nights. That one rattled around in my brain. The sleepless nights one. I don't even know where that's going to go. Maybe I'll recollect and try to do the Google thing. But so I found the actual song itself, and let's see where this goes. And That's it. I do believe in you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And so I did a little bit more. I didn't really like listen to the song. I just found the clip. But then I went into what the meaning of it is. And of course I went to Beat Cave, and uh, Beat Cave seems to stay current. Beat Cave. Fred Steinberger, Steinberger. Fred Steinberger. Fred Steinberger. I don't know how to pronounce it. And I don't mean to. Whatever. I'm just saying that's who I'm looking at the article from. So I did look up the meaning behind the song, and Fred writes, released in 1973 as a part of the album Chicago VI, Chicago 6. Chicago 6. Maybe that has some sort of other reference. Not sure. Catchy melodies, heartfelt lyrics. It quickly became a staple for the band and remained a fan favorite. I was never a fan of Chicago, so I don't know anything about that. But I scrolled down and got to the power of resilience. Throughout the song, the lyrics highlight the power of resilience and the will to persist in the face of challenges. Lines such as thunderstorms and the lightning are handed down for us to fight. I don't even recall that lyric. Maybe he's talking about something else. Maybe I didn't see that one, or I don't know it that well. But it says, I guess this band, this group, they convey the idea that life's obstacles can serve as opportunities for personal growth and strength. So Fred had that takeaway that life's obstacles can serve as opportunities for personal growth and strength. Anybody seeing a theme here? Every time I look for a thong, not on a beach. Every time I look for a song meaning, it has these overtones of growth, strength, overcoming. Let's see what else he has to say. All right. And I'm feeling stronger every day. I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling better every day. It serves Fred. So that was part of the lyric. Now Fred is putting his input in. Serves as a rallying cry for those in need of motivation and encouragement. It reminds us that setbacks and hardships are not permanent, and each day brings us closer to our goals. So let's see the impact. Let's see what Fred says about the impact. Chicago's everyday, both lasting impact. The song's message, so the song's message of perseverance and personal growth has empowered countless individuals going through their own journeys of self-discovery. So again, Fred, here we go. Fred says the song's message of perseverance and personal growth has empowered countless individuals going through their own journeys of self-discovery. So, all right, there you go, Fred. So again, Beat, Crave, Fred Steinberger, published December 1st, 2023. The meaning behind the song "Feeling Stronger Every Day" by Chicago. So I know I've heard it on the radio because I listened to classic rock way back in the day. Just, you leave a station on, eventually you're going to hear every single song that's been there. But it never really stuck in my head, or I never really thought about it or listened to it really, or whatever that thing is, that mechanism in the brain that says this is a great song. But after I listened to it, I know you believe in me. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, and I think it was. If I'm correct, and I'm a fan of the old Adam Sandler movies, because that stuff was funny. Back in the day, people knew how to make fun of themselves, and self deprecation was very funny. Uh, but now comedy is going awry. So I don't listen to comedy. If somebody has new comedy, put it in there. I'll go check some new comedy out. But I'm not hopeful. But anywho, you want to make comedy? Okay. Um, but making money off of just being you know, not original. If you make money from being original and you're funny, all the power to you. Nothing against that. But what's funny? Chicken and the egg. Who knows? I mean, you know it when you hear it. You know funny when you hear it, right? So, yep. I'm going to take my own advice. And I can't sleep. So, I'm like, what's my own advice? I had to think about it for a second. What's my advice? If I were me, what's my advice I would give to myself? Am I going to give myself some advice? I don't know. What would it be? But yeah, I think the way Fred put it. What did Fred say again? Fred. Let's find what Fred says. Perseverance, personal growth. So I'm going to take Fred's advice. I'm going to persevere and grow personally. I'm not going to be selfish, and I know I never, I don't hold back. And it rubs people sometimes the wrong way because I'm like, I, I, I have no empathy for you. You know, you're not being your best. And sometimes people get upset. I'm like, oh, well, you're not being your best self. And they're like, oh, well, I'm the victim. Oh, no, you ain't getting that for me. I'm not gonna be your sympathy ear. And I have a very few select people who are actually like that. They are not a sympathetic ear because I look at them and they are actually doing the work. They're doing everything to become stronger every day. And if I were to say to one of them, oh, but and the only reason I come to anybody for any kind of advice or something like that is because I don't have another option. I've used up all the things that I thought that I could go to, and like, so if you were in my shoes, what would you do? And some some of the most cool people, I stumped them. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I were in your shoes. I don't know what I would do. So, no, stronger every day. Every day. Sometimes you hit a wall. Right now, I'm at my wall, and I asked for some divine intervention. I asked for God's help. I called up God's secretary, and I put in. I said, I just need a little, because the only one of us that's better than us is God. Now, and I don't mean to get religious or political. I'm not basing anything on religion or politics or anything like that. But uh, the and not the man upstairs, but there's you know we were created. So I asked who we were created by to take a second look. It's like, hey, like you give an appeal. I appeal. So my appeal is in and it's being processed. And I plan on being here a lot longer. But if I don't, I love you. And whatever happens, it happens. And even if I do, the appeal process goes through, I get better, and then, I get run over by a train. I never drive over train tracks, so uh, keep that in mind. Anyway, so I guess I would leave it there. I didn't even look how long I've been streaming. This is my stream of consciousness, my thought process. Because this little man over here, this cat that was hanging out, he's not here now. But if you saw an earlier video that I made, he came in and he's like, "Hey, dude, thanks for taking care of me." You know, so now he's my guard. Yeah. All right. Yep. I'm done. That's it. That's it. Love you. And I bid you good night. Good night. Good night.